Yo, what's up, guys? A very uninspiring performance tonight by the Italian national team. But they find a way to win tonight, guys, defeating Moldova 2-0. Now, guys, I think we all agree going into this game today that Italy was going to dominate possession, dominate shots on target. But my God, this just was another frustrating moment for the Italian national team. To go 87 minutes without scoring on Moldova was a very frustrating moment for the national team. Now, credit to Moldova. They defended valiantly for 87 minutes, made Italy's life very difficult. But my God, Italy made it difficult on themselves way too much in this game. You know, the amount of crosses that I watched Italy put in this game today was absolutely insane. The amount of crosses they put in, guys, was over 40 crosses, guys. 44 crosses in this game in total. You know, I don't know what the game plan was for this game today, but I think it was just put the ball to the flanks, cross it in, and hope to God Scamacca gets on a header or a defender gets lucky and gets on a header. There was no fluidity in Italy's game plan tonight, guys. You know, very frustrating at times tonight. They had too many half chances, squandered a lot of opportunities tonight. And tonight, this was a very worrying sign, if you guys ask me. Another team like Moldova, who plays on a low block and obviously is going to defend for their life. And Italy had time struggling in this game, breaking them down. And that is a very concerning thing to see in this game today. You know, the first half was basically unwatchable at times, you know, because it was so boring. Because Italy were doing the same thing over and over and over again. You know, their best chance of the half, Scamacca's got a wide open net and he can't even score. You know, very frustrating, man. You know, and Gattuso gave some guys some starts. You know, he gave Vicario a start, Bellanova a start, Cambiaso. We saw Brian Cristante getting a start, but not only that, wearing the bloody armband? No, I'm sorry, man. Listen, I know there's probably a lot of Roma fans that watch the national team, but with all due respect, Brian Cristante should not be wearing the Italian national team armband. Not a bloody chance in hell. I don't understand Gattuso with that one there. Sandro Tonali was on the field. He should be the captain if you don't have Donnarumma on the field, if you guys ask me. Or if you don't have Bastoni or DeMarco, who didn't start this game but came in later in the match. My God, that's a horrendous decision by Gattuso. I had to throw that in there. And Cristante shouldn't even be on the national team. He's not even that good of a player, barring anything else, guys. But my God, this performance for most of the game was unwatchable. You know, Scamacca and Raspadori, they did not do much up top. You know, they were flat. You know, and Italy just weren't creating anything. And this is very worrying with the playoffs coming up. You know, Norway won today, 4-1 against Estonia. They've basically clinched first place, even though it's not official yet. Italy's going into the playoff, guys. And they deserve to go into the playoff because games like this tonight are why they're not in the not winning the group, guys. It's very evident. You know what Norway's aggregate is against Moldova in two bloody games, guys? It is 15-1. 15-1. You know what Italy's is? 4-0. That is why Italy are going to the playoff. It's performances like tonight. You cannot afford to only score 2 goals against a club like Moldova, with all due respect. Okay? It just can't happen. You can see goals to Israel. You don't score against Moldova. You don't take advantage against teams like Estonia as well. This is why Italy are going to the playoff. Norway absolutely deserve to go to the World Cup on the automatic placement. They deserve it, no doubt about it. They spanked us in Oslo 3-0. They've been dominant the entire qualifiers. They beat Estonia 4-1 today. So there is no doubt in my mind that Norway deserve to get to the World Cup automatically. Italy did this to themselves, guys, you know, and a performance like this today bloody scares me for the playoffs. It really does. Now, Gattuso did make substitutions. You know, Freddie DeMarco comes into the game. He gets that assist to Gianluca Mancini for the first goal. It was a great cross-in, beautiful header by Mancini. Beautiful goal. But I just can't believe it took 87 bloody minutes to finally break down this Moldova defense. That's what's frustrating here. We're talking about a 4-time world champion, for Christ's sakes, and it took this long to score a bloody goal. And then Politano, who was another sub, came into the game, of course, who crossed it into Pio Esposito, who scored the second goal, who came in with Retegui to replace both Scamacca and Raspadori midway through the game. Thank God, because those two did absolutely nothing. And Esposito is a really nice young player. Inter got a really good player on their hands. This kid's a gem, man. Great goal by him to score another goal for the national team. Esposito's starting to really gain form for not only Inter and the national team as well, guys. So this kid here is starting to perform well. Politano put in a great ball there, but the performance itself, guys, I think we could all agree, it just bloody ain't good enough. Okay, I think we all know that. We expect more from a four-time world champion in Italy, guys. Only scoring 2 against Moldova is not good enough. Okay, it's unacceptable. I think we could all agree on that, guys. You know, Italy got to perform better. They look like they didn't have it in them, and I understand that. You know, they know they're going to the playoff, but for Christ's sakes, play for the bloody badge. You know, play for the badge, man. Play for the badge. You know, honestly. Like, you got to go out there and perform. Regardless if the game has no meaning, you got to go out there and perform, man. Even though they won 2-0, guys, it was a lifeless performance. You know, and I know Moldova is not a great team, and they're a bottom feeder club in the world. I get that. But still, regardless of that, Moldova's at home and everything else. Italy got to go out there and put 5 to 6 goals past this team. They do. It's very simple. And if they don't do that, they're going to get criticized. Even though they won today, got 3 points, they're still second in the group. There's no chance in hell they can beat Norway and win the group. There's not a chance in hell. You needed to win at least 6 to 7-0, maybe more, and have to destroy Norway, which I don't see happening, guys. It's not possible. Now, I understand Italy don't have an Erling Haaland. You know, I get that. But still, we got to find ways to score here. And easier ways to score. Not just hoofing the ball to the flanks and crossing it into the box. They got to get more creative. Gattuso's got to get more creative. And I think Gattuso, he's got to stop at the 4 at the back. Okay, the 2 times, the 4 at the back he attempted, it just didn't look good. It didn't work out for the national team. It seems very evident to me that the back 3 with the 5-man midfield and 2 strikers up top is the way to go. Now, Keane didn't play in this game today. He didn't get called up in general because he was hurt. And his replacement, Cambiaghi, he got hurt 2 days in, and he had to go home as well. But with Keane coming back, Retegui and him got to play up top, and you got to play a midfield 3 with probably Barella, Tonali, and I don't know who you play. They're probably going to play Locatelli, but I prefer Samuel Ricci. That's just me, guys. And then on the flanks, I would play either Orsolini on the right or Cambiaso, and then, you know, Freddie DeMarco's on the left. And then the defense, you know, it's going to be Bastoni, Calafiori, and Giovanni Di Lorenzo, unfortunately. And it's the first time today in 12 games that guy didn't play for the national team. So surprising enough. And you know you're going to have Donnarumma and net instead of Vicario, guys. It's very evident, of course. But I think Gattuso needs to probably stick to a 3-5-2 that suits the personnel of the national team currently. They can't play a 4-3-3 right now. I don't think their wing play's good enough, guys. You know, I don't think Zaccagni's good enough to dominate the left side there. Or Orsolini's good. But I don't think the left side's good enough unless Freddie Chiesa decides to get into shape and mentally get right, because he rejected the national team again this time around. And with the playoffs coming around the corner, I don't know if he's going to get called up with the way Gattuso's been doing it right now. You know, if he's not ready to go and playing for Liverpool, he might not call him up for the playoffs. But we'll have to wait and see, guys. But now the main focus is the World Cup qualifying playoffs. My God, guys, we are here again for the 3rd straight go around. It's incredible to me that a team like Italy is going into the playoff for the 3rd straight time. Now, we all know Italy is 0 for 2 in the playoffs, guys. They cannot afford a 3rd time in a row. Gattuso said it himself. He will pack up and leave Italy forever if they do not qualify for the World Cup. I hope he means it, because if he doesn't, my God, this is going to taint his legacy like no tomorrow. Not only just as a coach, of course, but man, oh man, there would be a lot of questions for Gennaro Gattuso if he did not get Italy to the World Cup next summer, guys. But guys, tell me your thoughts and opinions about this game. I would love to also hear your thoughts and opinions of the new Italy shirt. I like it, guys. I like the gold. You know, I like the lettering. I'm not crazy about the little inscriptions in the shirt. You know, the little design in the shirt. I'm not crazy about that. I like this one better from Euro 2020. I love that little design inside the shirt. I would have preferred if it was a straight plain blue shirt with the gold accents. That would have been great too, but I still love the shirt. It's a very nice shirt by Adidas. Do I wish they could have tweaked it a little bit? Absolutely. I still think the Adidas did the best job with the Germany shirt. The Germany shirt is really nice, if you guys ask me. But I still think it's a great shirt. So tell me your thoughts and opinions about the game. Tell me your thoughts and opinions on what you guys think of the national team shirt. We got to wait for the playoffs now, guys. I will make a video on who our opponent is going to be, of course. Look out for that. Keep an eye out for the draw, of course, guys. That's another thing around the corner. Should be coming up soon in less than a month. So things are going to be very nerve-wracking for us Italian fans, guys, for us Italians moving forward with the playoffs. Probably coming up in March, I'm pretty sure. But, guys, tell me your thoughts and opinions about this game today, guys. Click like if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Forza Italia sempre, as always, guys. And remember, if you do not watch sports, you're a more. Ciao, guys.